Good morning, everybody. Whoever will be watching the replay. For you, this is the complete walkthrough played in Master Division in the ongoing Supernova 9-hole cup. And please note that I did not spend like much time dialing in the holes since it's a mini. Plus, the course is comparatively difficult to watch. We have like on Parc de Paris or Nordic F yards. So just note that you might need to use a couple of practice tokens before going on to your main gameplay. Again, these are not dialed in shots, and I'll be just showing you like how I approach the holes and what tweaks you can make on your shots. So starting with hole number 1. So for hole 1 par 4, I'm using a power 4 win 4 ball. Here keeping the yellow ring like 20% of the yellow ring inside the rough on left, and I'm using about 5.9 toss spin and maybe one right spin if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 5.9 top and one right spin. Now if you use more toss spin you will roll into the rough or you might get into the sniper range, but what we are looking here is to get into the Goliath or the B52 range. So 5.9 toss spin and one right spin, max plus 10, and you push your target to max. Once you have your adjustments, center the ball and hit perfect. Nice perfect ball. And here we are looking for a drive yardage of somewhere maybe let's see, 360 somewhere. Sorry, 414. I don't know, 360 was some other hole. So drive yardage will be somewhere between 405 to 415. Again, do not apply more toss spin than 5.9, otherwise you will roll into the rough or might get into the sniper range, which we don't want. Sorry, no. If you apply more toss spin, you will be in the rough. So there is no sniper range because you will already be in B52. Now, if you apply less toss spin, you might get into the sniper range. Sorry about that early in the morning. So 415, 405 to 415, the drive yardage on hole 1 drive. Now looking at the second shot. Second shot playing with the B52 level 6. You can play with level 5 plus. Here from plus 5 yard mark, I applied some spins, keeping my ball guard line going through the hole. Very important. See right there, ball guard line should be going through the hole. So half of the red ring outside the rough on the right at plus 5 yard mark. From plus 5, I played this one 15% elevation. So not 15, 5% elevation and 78% slider. And when you adjust down the bunker, either you will push up the rings or you will apply some OP. Now here I went a little heavy on the OP, that's why we will miss this one. Do not go like much into overpower. You see we miss it just on the left. That came on quick. Let's look at the shot one more time. From plus 5 yard mark, 5% elevation at 78% slider. You apply spins, keeping the ball guard line going through the hole. And when you will be adjusting down the bunker, you will need to apply some overpower. I applied a little extra overpower. As a result, I will be missing this one on the left. So on the drive, max plus 10, push to max. On the second shot, 5% elevation at 78% slider from plus 5 yard mark. Came in very close, but due to that little extra OP, we missed this one on the left. So take care of the OP and a very good chance for the eagle on hole number 1. For hole 2, you will be using either a luminary or a kingslayer. However, for setting up, you can use a katana ball because you need exact 3 bars of right side spin. Now, if you want to play with a centurion, you can play with a centurion as well. I guess I said luminary or kingslayer. So it's centurion or kingslayer, not luminary. You don't need a power 5 ball. If you play with a centurion, you can directly start with the centurion. If you're playing with a kingslayer, start with a katana and then switch to a kingslayer. So you get exact 3 bars of right side spin. With 3 bars of right side spin and 2.2 to 2.3 toss spin, we will keep the ball guard line going through the hole, and we will have the inner ring touching the rough on the left. Let's see. Now I decided to play with the centurion, so I just went straight away. 3 right spin and 2.2 to 2.3 toss spin, keeping the inner ring by the rough. You see, when you go here, inner ring is by the rough line here. Then the adjustment is pretty easy. I played here 1:1 plus 0.3, and I will miss this one on the right, slightly on the right. So I recommend playing this one 1:1. Now I did give this one like a couple of tries. I tried 1:1, 1:1 plus 0.5, 1:1 plus 0.3, and most of the time I was missing left. Some of the times I was missing right with 1:1. So 1:1 should be the base, and whichever you feel is like controlling your ball more in the practice arena, you can appropriately tweak when you go on the main round. So use 1:1 as the base, and if you want to add 0.2, 0.3, so you can do that. But 1:1 is the base adjustment there. Again, I played 1:1 plus 0.3. I missed this one on the right. Had I played 1:1, it might be in the hole. Let's have a look at hole 2 one more time because I feel that went a little quick. 3 right spin, 2.2 to 2.4 top spin. Ball guide line should be going through the hole, very important. And the inner ring should be touching the rough. See right here. No, this is wrong color. Let's have black. So inner ring touching the rough, and then ball guide line going through the hole. Those are your two references. Once again, I played 1:1 plus 0.3. The base adjustment is 1:1. Anything between 1:1 to 1:1 plus 0.3, you might want to tweak. Use a couple of practice tokens. Due to that 0.3, we are just on the right. The speed is very good, but we are just on the right of the cup. So make the necessary tweaks, and maybe you will drop the hole in one. Now for hole 3, we have a cross headwind going from left to right, and I'm going to show you a power hook. So this is how I played my power hook. First I check the wind, then I apply max plus 10%. The value I get from max plus 10%, I subtract it from 18, and those are the number of rings I apply for the power hook. So try to go max toss spin with max left spin. At max right position, blue ring by the rough on the left. Again, max plus 10%, the value you get, you subtract from 18, and that is the number of rings you will set up for the power hook. Now in certain cases, you might want to apply 1.5 extra rings for the power hook as well. If you have a very heavy wind with a kingmaker, you might want to tweak that. See, we do take a nice bounce here, but we clip off the rock. So that's the reason why you want to apply 1.5 extra rings for the power hook. Certain tweaks are there, and power hook, I would say this is not the most consistent of the drives. So if you feel you might botch the drive completely, do not follow this one. Just try to play a complete overpower shot like a perfect shot at max left curl. But if you aren't able to hit max OP perfect shots that frequently, you can attempt this power hook. Again, for every hole, I recommend you to practice at least twice or thrice before going on to the main gameplay. So that was the drive. Second shot, depending on your drive distance, it might be the max distance grizzly or the min to mid distance sniper. In my case, I was a little over min, but I decided to play medium distance numbers as we have a comparatively heavier wind. Again, drive distance would vary, and power hook is not the consistent way to play the drive, but it is your call at the end. Second shot, I played medium distance plus 20%, and we will miss this one on the right. So if you are able to get away with the power hook and have the sniper range like I am here, maybe try playing medium distance plus 25% instead. See here. We missed this one on the left or the right. Let me check once again. If we miss this on the left, then we over adjusted, not under. I think we missed on the left. Yep, we missed this one on the left. So not medium distance plus 20, maybe 15. So that would give you a decimal off like 0.7 to 0.6 decimals off. Tricky hole, tricky wind. You can try to hit a overpower perfect shot. That is also possible. Yeah, we missed on the left. So 15, not 25. I'm sorry. Played 15. So that was hole 3. Hole 4, I made a near miss. For hole 4, you will be starting with a P3 ball at complete max. That is plus 16 yard mark with your apocalypse. Let's see here. I will do a ball swap, but it will not show on the video. So at complete max at plus 16, a portion of the blue ring inside the rough on left. Then you switch to a luminary ball. You will apply 7 bars of toss spin without any side spin whatsoever. Then you will make an adjustment max plus 10% power 5 ball numbers, and you will push your target to absolute max. Once you push it to max, max OP, max right curl, try to hit perfect. The aim here is to take the second bounce on the rough on the second island and roll through onto the fairway, just like that. Now depending on the roll, you might get a longer roll or a shorter roll like I did here. The drive yardage was 436 yards. From 436 yards, I played second shot 15% elevation at 72% slider. Now the only thing that went wrong with the shot is that I hit a great left. Had I hit perfect, it would have dropped for the eagle. Again, 15% elevation at 72% slider from a drive distance of 436 yards. Very important to keep the ball guideline going half green square through the hole like this. If you don't keep the ball guideline going through the hole, you will end up short and miss the eagle. So for 10.5 at 15 elevation 72 slider, I guess it was 6.3 rings for Thorn level 9. Again, hit perfect. Great left, great right will not drop, and Thorn already has a crap accuracy. But perfect shots will drop 99% of the times. You see, great left. And we missed this one, just close. Again, repeating hole number 4. Drive distance 436 yards. Second shot, I played for 15% elevation at 72% slider. And keep the ball guideline going through the hole, at least half a green square. That's hole 4 for you. Hole 5, I'm going to show you 2 options, and Here, unfortunately, you cannot play with the luminary because we have a direct headwind. I tried with the luminary at least 3 times on the left side, on the right side as well. You will clip the rough, and either you will be on the fairway with a very short drive or you will be in the bunker on the rough. So you will need a minimum power 5 wind 4 ball to play this drive successfully. Or if you are having a lucky day, you might be able to get with the luminary, but I wouldn't count on that. I would just take the safe eagle on this hole and go on to hole 6 then. But before hole 6, so drive on hole 5. Here I'm using a Ryder Cup ball, which is the power 5 wind 4 ball. Max toss spin, 2 bars of right side spin. Keeping the clearing by the rough on the right, just like that. Adjustment on the drive is maximum distance plus 20%. Now you will not be able to pull the entire rings, but whatever you can, just do that. About 2 ball curl to the right, try to hit perfect. Now great left is better than a great right here, because great right will maybe directly make you clip the rough. You want to be on the fairway, take a nice bounce on the fairway, perfect, or great left will be able to do that, not a great right. So once you make that drive, then second shot becomes way easier. You just pull out the Cataclysm or the Big Dog. You see here, even though we have a direct headwind, but the power of Cataclysm or the Big Dog will make us reach the green very easily. See right there. Now I just eyeballed the shot. I was playing for the eagle, nothing to do much here. I think I just on a random pull pushed 8 rings for 9.7. I just pushed 8 rings. It's a complete eyeball shot. If you're looking for the elevation, I would play 15%. Usually people play it at 10%. I also play it at 10%, but since you have a headwind, I generally add 5 to 10% on the shot. So that is drive 1 with a power 5 wind 4 ball. Again, you cannot play with the luminary. You want to give a shot, go ahead and do that, but most likely you will clip the rough even if you go on the left side, on the middle, or on the right side. Power 5 and 4 is the minimum started ball you would need to play on this hole. Now, if you don't want to play overpowered perfect shot, I'm going to show you a shot played by my opponent using Thor's Hammer level 8 and a Namhe ball. Namhe ball is also a power 5 and 4 ball. So here he's using max topspin and half a bar of right side spin. And he's going to do 1 ball power hook or power slice, whatever that may be. If you want to replicate the drive, go ahead and do that. Just have the landing position like he's here. Little more than 1 ball, so that's like 1.75 ball curl to the right, a power slice. Max toss spin and half a bar of right side spin. Now his follow-up shot. He's playing with a sniper. Just be safe. Play with a Cataclysm or the Big Dog. You do not have to play with a sniper, because if you get unlucky and you hit the drive like in a wrong manner, you clip the rough or sand somewhere, end up with a short drive, you need to have 180 yards of power with those clubs, namely Cataclysm or the Big Dog. But if you are confident you will make a very good drive, play with a sniper. So it's a regular sniper shot to the green. He hits a double great right. Regardless, he will be on the green for a very safe putt for the eagle. Now, many people will not be making the eagle on hole 5. They will be missing, but make sure you get the drive correct. Again, do not use a luminary ball. You will clip the rough regardless you are playing with Apoc, Thor's Hammer. Thor's Hammer has even less power than the Apoc, so do not use the Luminary whatsoever. Now, hole 6. And also before we go on to hole 6, just note that I will have the timestamps mentioned in the description box once I'm done with the video, so you do not have to scroll through the entire stream. The reason why I'm doing a stream instead of uploading a video is because it saves me time and gives me more room for explanation of the shot, because in a video I have to like cut the video down, cut the extra portions, so this gives me more time. Okay, we went back for some reason, sorry. Hole 6, we have a cross tailwind, and we are going to play with a rock and a Kingslayer ball. But first, Kingslayer slash Centurion. First, we will start with a power 1 ball, keeping the blue ring by the rough on the right, and we are going to attempt a rough bump here. Now, you will not be seeing the ball switch here because it's a replay, but at max position, blue ring by the rough on right. And then you switch to a Centurion slash Kingslayer. You will apply 3 left spin, and here I played with like 4 backspin, but I was short of the pin. So maybe 3.5 backspin or 3.3 backspin would get you closer for the hole in one. The adjustment I made here is maximum distance plus 30%, power 3 ball numbers, and make sure you pull 1201. Max plus 30, power 3, and pull 1201. Try to hit perfect. We take nice rough bump, and due to that extra backspin, we end up short of the pin. Now I will break down the video for you for hole 6 because it's already a very difficult hole. I know that went quick. I will take screenshots for the reference points. So now here, this is P1 max position, navigator or the quasar or any P1 ball. You need to have the blue ring touching the rough on right. Then you switch to a Kingslayer slash Centurion. Apply 3 left spin. Again, I played with 4 backspin. You need not play with 4 backspin. Play maybe with 3.5 to get closer to the pin. Adjustment with the 1201 pull, very important. Maximum distance plus 30%, power 3 ball numbers. Center and hit perfect. Nice rough bump. The camera angle is good, but the backspin is a little too much. But still we have a very safe putt for the birdie here. Now you can use practice tokens, try to dial in this one if you want, but I wouldn't waste time on part 3s on this course, except second part 3, because that is a little more dialable compared to hole 6 and hole 8. Hole 7, I'm going to show you a power hook to the green. Here we have a direct headwind. First I set up with a power 4 ball. Any power 4 ball, you don't need to have like maybe golden ox ball or that ancient curse ball. Any power 4 ball would do. Let me start the replay because it's going too fast as I speak. I will give you references as well. So you will start with the power 4 ball, and once you have the position, you want your ball guideline going to this side of the rock. See here, you don't want it on the center of the rock or center left or something. You want to go on this side of the rock with the power 4 ball. Again, when you stretch with the power 4 ball, your ball guideline should be going here. Once you bring it to rest, you can change to a Centurion or a Kingslayer. I switch to a Kingslayer. Max cross spin, half a bar of left spin. We are going for a power hook. Now this much curl, I think it's about a ball and a half left curl, power hook. Take bounce on the fairway, on the rough, roll through the rough, and then we are on the fairway for an EB chip for the eagle. Again, power hook on a headwind is not the wisest of the ideas. I played like 4 to 5 hooks and I was successful 3 times only. So this is on your own risk. You want to lay up, obviously lay up and play the B52 shot. But if it was me, I would rather take a close range sand wedge or a rough shot over a long distance long iron or a sniper shot. Again, your call. Not this way. We will look one final time on the power hook. It's a risky shot. You might not get the consistent roll as I did, but I was able to get the roll like 3 times. You find that spot with the power 4 ball, switch to a Centurion slash Kingslayer, apply max toss spin and half a bar left spin. And I can give you the curl reference as well. Once it's here, I will give you the curl reference. So you need this much curl. I mean, I don't know what distance is this. It looks like a ball and a half to me. So 1.5 left curl with max OP and a power hook. Nice roll. And from here, you can play the wedge at maximum distance plus 25%. Or you can also play the regular EB rule. If playing with the rapier, max plus 25%, keep the ball guideline going to the hole. And if playing the EB rule, 25% at slider. That's the regular EB rule there for you. So that is hole 7. Hole 8 is pretty easy. You will start with a power 1 ball at an empty position. So any power 1 ball, quasar, navigator, an empty position. Then you will switch to a power 0 ball. I believe power 0, power 1 ball will still have the same NMT, but just to be safe, I mean, I wasn't really sure myself and I didn't try it much. So start with a power 1 ball NMT using a quarterback level 10 and then switch to a power 0 ball. You need to play with a minimum wind 4 ball here. You can play with power 0 wind 3. I'm not sure if you have any ball like that. You cannot play with any ball above power 1. If you play with power 2, power 3 ball, you might just come in between clubs. Regardless if you have a sniper or the cat, you will come in between clubs. So this shot is restricted to power 0 slash power 1 ball and minimum wind 4 ball. So like I said, starting NMT with a power 1 ball, then you switch here, it doesn't show, but I'm switching to a power 0 ball now. Then I apply 4.5 backspin and I use slightly less left spin here. I use like 0.2 left spin. Adjustment pretty easy with a straight pull, 1:1. So for 7.4, you will adjust 7.4 rings. No need of any curl whatsoever. You center the ball and hit perfect. Now the speed is nice. However, we come on the right of the pin. So Maybe zero point 0.5 left spin can work as well. You can use a practice token and test it by yourself. But regarding the backspin, you might have also observed that we came in short in line. So when I use 4.6 toss spin with with the same wind, like a wind 5 ball, I was over the pin, like above the pin near the fringe or something. So the backspin is okay. The only thing you will need to tweak is the left spin. Try with zero point 0.5 left spin. Adjustment will stay the same 1:1. Start with an NMT power 1 ball, then switch to a power 0 or stay with a power 1 win 5 win 4 ball. 4.6 backspin and zero point 0.2 to zero point 0.5 left spin. And just center the ball and hit perfect. Now my opponent also played with a Thor's hammer and he applied max backspin. And what actually happened there is that he rolled back, into the sand, I guess. Let me see if I have that shot. Should be there. Yes. His shot is still here, so we can have a look at that. So he's using a precision ball, that is the Lotus ball, power 3, wind 3, precision boost 4. Now he will apply all the backspin possible and he will play, I don't know what he's playing here. I'm not sure of the elevation, so I will not comment on that. But whatever he plays, he will fall down into the bunker on the left. You want to play that and try to hit perfect from the bunker, go ahead and do that. But I would just play the NMT quarterback shot, get a birdie on this hole. Try to dial in, if you want to dial in, hole 1, hole 2, and hole 4. Yeah, he is using outer wall left curl. Too much backspin will roll him back down into the bunker. So that's that on hole 8. Final hole, we are going to look at hole 9, par 5. For hole 9, you are going to start with a power 3 ball, katana, or a kingmaker at max position plus 16-yard mark. We will keep half of the clearing inside the rough on the right. You see? It's the replay glitch, so it won't show the ball swap. But half of the clearing is inside the rough on the right. 4 toss spin and 2 right spin. Do not go over 4 toss spin because you will most likely catch the glitch roll and roll into the rough on top. And then it's a bye-bye eagle because rough iron or sand wedge will not be able to reach even in the short iron range. So do not use more than 4 bars of toss spin. Triangle right curl. Sorry, the adjustment was max plus 5%. I missed that. Max plus 5 on the drive. Triangle right curl. Try to hit perfect. 361 yards on the drive. Second shot will be played with your Cataclysm or with the club having a good ball guideline. You don't want to play with a big dog because it doesn't have a good ball guideline. So Cat 7, maybe a sniper. I'm not sure if the sniper would reach. It should, but you will get into overpower range while you will adjust for the rings. Now if you want to have a shot at the albatross, keep the ball guideline going through the hole. Adjustment you will make here is maximum distance plus 10%. We go into like 0.7 OP. We will apply the same here. Unfortunately, a great left. We do take a nice rough bump, but we end up on the left. So on the drive, you will start with a power 3 ball, Titan or the Kingmaker, keeping the clear ring by the rough. Sorry, half of the clear ring inside the rough on the right. 4 toss spin maximum and 2 bars of right side spin. Adjustment max plus 5% and outer ball triangle right curl. Let me do a reference video so that it is more clear. I will take screenshots while the video rolls. Four top, two right. You see half of the clearing inside the rough. Reference 1. No more than 4 top spin because you might get a glitch roll and roll into the rough on top. Adjustment max plus 5%. Reference number 2. Number 2 reference triangle right curl. Try to hit perfect. Depending on the roll you get, it can be somewhere between 355 to 365 yards or maybe even 370. 370 will be most likely rough, so we are aiming somewhere 355 to 365 yards. That's the drive. Second shot, ball guideline will be going through the hole, and choose a club with good ball guideline and accuracy. Cataclysm doesn't have the best of the accuracy, but it does have power and the ball guideline. Sniper has bull guideline, but it doesn't have power. See, ball guideline going through the hole like that. Maximum distance plus 10%. With the power, with the wind 3 ball, it will be most likely 2 pulls. Center and hit perfect and apply the necessary OP, whatever you pull into. And hit perfect. Do not hit a great left. Great left, and I miss on the left. So that was the complete walkthrough of all the 9 holes, and don't worry if it's a long video, I will still have the timestamps mentioned in the description box shortly in like 15 to 20 minutes, so you can directly jump onto the hole you want to have a look. Again, I did not try much or to dial in the shots. I would request you to maybe use a couple of practice tokens on every hole. If not couple, maybe at least one practice token before you go on to the main gameplay. And hole 1, hole 2, hole 4, and hole 7. These are very good opportunities for having drops. Hole 4, I think it's a must drop because it's a very good wind to have a thorn backspin shot there. Albatross, I don't see a possibility on any of the par 5s, at least with the given wind directions and conditions. Maybe in the weekend round we might get a couple of send it wins so we can have some fun. But this is all for the qualifying round, and like I said, timestamps will be in the description box in some time, like 15-20 minutes. So good luck on your qualifying rounds, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care and good